Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a good looking puzzle in front of us. It's called The Castle Keep by McLean. And it looks like we've got the parapet wall. Oh, actually, we even got the entire front gate here. So our little entry gate, the crenellations, if you will. I think that's the proper term of our parapet. We're going to just use hoity-toity castle terminology here. And maybe or maybe not get all that correct, but the point is it's a good looking puzzle because I enjoy when puzzles create the visual within it using the clues that are there. So this one does that. So I'm a happy camper for that one. So let's go into the rules, see what's going on this thing other than the fun castle theme. Normal Sudoku. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Digits must not repeat within a cage, must sum to the number in the top left corner. That's your standard killer cages. So these guys will add to 24, these to 18, these to 12, etc., etc. And then we have a knight's move. So cells a chess knight's move apart cannot contain the same digit. So whatever this digit is, none of these could be the same because a knight moves in an L shape. So those are the rules. I mean, killer cages and knight's move tends to be something that comes up fairly often because they work very well together usually, but it is what it is. We're going to find out how good this puzzle is, so let's dive into it. Links in the description below as always. Let's have some fun. Alrighty. The 7 is a 1, 2, 4. It's the only thing it can be. Do we have any others? The 24 cage, no. No. The 12 has to have a 1 and a 2 on it. Because it's 4 cells. You can't skip the 1 and the 2 or else you'll be above the 12. Okay. The 11, no. 12, no. The 18, I think, also has a 1 and a 2, but it's the way it's positioned. I don't want to mark that. What about the 9? Can we use knight's move here? Think about this thing a little bit. Because there's only so many ways you can make 9. Let's think about what these guys see via knight's move and Sudoku. This guy sees all 3 of these. Sudoku, Sudoku, knight's move. This guy sees all 3 of them. Sudoku, Sudoku, knight's move. This guy sees 2 of them, but not the last one. So, by that reasoning, the distribution of the digits in the 9 cage cannot have 2 repeating digits of the 7 cage, because it would break the 7 cage no matter how you put these. That rules out 2, 3, 4. Because if you were to put 2, 3, and 4 in here, again, these 2 cells right here see all 3 of these. So you can't put 2 or 4 in them. You have to put 3 in both of them. No bueno. This thing has a 1 on it. And therefore, neither one of these can be a 1 because they see all of these. So this is a 1. This is a 1. Now, if those are 1s and this is a 9 cage, we again said that neither of these 2 can have a 2 or a 4 in it because that would break the 9. There's only 2 ways left to make 9. 1, 2, 6, and 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 6 doesn't work. 1, 3, 5. Okay, there we go. What does that do? Well, we also have these 1s now, and the knight's move, so one of these is a 1. Don't know if we can do much more on those, but we do start having some restrictions. Maybe the 11 cage? Because we can't use 1, 2, or 4 in either of these 2 positions. So the bare minimum, this would normally be 3 and 5, except for the fact there's a 3, 5 here. So really, the minimum of these 2 cells is 3, 6. Well, 3, 6 is already 9. That would leave a 2 here. We can't go any higher than 3, 6. because we can't put a 1 here. This is 3, 6. This is a 2. That 3, 6 says this is 5 and 3. The 3 comes back and says this is 6 and 3. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 7. What are these 3 digits now? Because we've got most of this row. 7, 8, 9. This 12 cage is excluding this from being a 9. Because you can't put a 1-2 pair here anymore. Because you've got the 1 and the 2. Actually, think about it from a different perspective. What's the minimum you could ever put here? Can't be 1, 2, or 3. It's 4. If the minimum's a 4 and this guy is a minimum 7, 8, this is 4. This is 7. And this is 1. That's going to finish this 1 off. Yep, that's 12. These can't be 7s anymore. So this is an 8, 9 pair. These 2 digits, because the 8, 9 is 17, these 2 digits have to add to 7. And the minimum here is 5. So it could be 5 or 6. And this could be 1 or 2. That seems accurate, because these guys have to add to 7. If it's 5, it's a 2. If it's 6, it's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. What else can we do? These are 5, 8, and 9. Nothing is seen from either position, though. Anything Sudoku-wise? One of these is a 3. I don't know if that's super helpful. Because obviously none of these can be, and the knight's move sees that one. Okay. Oh, duh. There's a 1 over here. This can't be a 1. It's 2. Which means this is 5. Those add to 7. This is now 24. Whew. This 2 sees this guy. That's 4 and 2. Good. It's fun when you see the correct things. This can't be a 5 anymore. So one of these 2 is. Doesn't really help too much. I guess we could put these in. They are 6, 7s, 8s, and 9s, and this can't be 8 or 9. That doesn't really say anything about these guys, though, because they don't see anything in terms of the knight's moves. 2. Where does the 2 go in this region? Can't go here or here, and none of these. It goes here. That's a 3. Good. This is a 6 or a 7 to finish off the region. Do we have anything up here? Doesn't look like it. What else can we do? Do we have math that we can look at? Because we have this column which almost fully, well, both of these are almost fully decided. This is 12 and 19, which is 31. These 2 have to add to 14. Okay. That's something. 14, right? 12, 19 is 31, at least 14 left over. Okay, so this is a 9, this is a 5. That's a 5, this is a 9. If it's an 8, this is a 6. I don't think that really correlates here, though. We also are going to know there's a 2 and a 3 on this 19, which adds to a 5 given. We still need 14 left over. That's kind of, whatever these aren't is going to go here, is what that's saying. And vice versa. What about over here? The 2 here says these are not 2s. This is not a 1, by the way. You can't put a 1 in a 20 cage. So one of these is the 1. Okay. Let's go back to the math. I keep seeing things up randomly. That's 8, 10. This is 30. we have 15 left over in 3 cells, where one of them is an 8, one of them is a 9, and one of them is a 1. 8, 30, 8, 10, 30, 45. This can't be a 9. Because if this is a 9 and this is a 1, we have to put a 5 down here to get to 15. Well, we already have a 5. This is an 8. This 8 and 9. This has to be a 1-6 pair. Now we've got 15, 18, 38. These have to add to 7. They do. Okay, that's correct. And these are going to be 4, 7, and 9, which surprisingly adds to 20. Cool. This can't be 9. This can't be a 2. This is 2. See that as well. Then we actually have this value, because this is 7, 9, this is 3. Why will you not work? I'm going to strangle this thing. 3. Deep breaths. 7, 10, 12. We're good. Now, do we have enough information to start doing a little bit more on the Sudoku side? I'm wondering, because usually Sudoku and the Knights move together can remove a lot of options. One of those 3, one of these 2 is a 1. We said one of these 3 is a 1. Oh, actually, the 18 has to have a 1 in it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells. Yeah, it's got to definitely have a 1 on it. Because otherwise it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 20. Yeah. So if the 18 has to have a 1 on it, and these can't be 1, one of these is. Which means this is just the 1, which comes back and sees this one. So this is the 1. That 1 sees this one. So we get an X-wing on 1s, and we can just place a 1. There. Cool. We got a 13 here, so these have to add to 12. There's multiple ways that could work. Well, there's actually less ways than I was going to give it credit for. Because think about, how do you make 12? Well, 9, 3, 8, 4, and 7, 5. Can't do 6, 6. We actually can't do 9, 3, because this 3 sees both of them. So this is either 8, 4, or 7, 5. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but it's there. What else do we know now? The 1s are down to an X-wing. Let's look at the 2s then, because we have a bunch of info. Yeah, one of these is a 2. This is just a 2, which means this is a 2. Okay, so we got a 1 and a 2 on the 18, which I think we could have just figured out anyway, right? We said that previously. It has to have 1s and 2s, I think. So there we go. It now does. Can we finish the 2s? We can. This is a 2. And then that's a 2. Those are done. Okay. What about the 3s? Can we do anything with those? Ooh, maybe. One of these is a 3. So we have 1, 2s, and 3s on the 18. Ooh, not that one. We can't really rule out either group of these. One of these is a 3 as well. Oh well, maybe not on the 3s. And the 4s don't look like we have enough. 5s. One of those 3, but 6s, we only have 1, 7s, we only have 1, 8s and 9s. Well, okay, let's go back to math. Because we have 24 plus 5 is 29. So we're sitting at 16 left over for these 3. If you put a 1, you have 15 left over. There's a couple of ways to make 15. If you put a 6 here, you have 10 left over. That's not going to work because of all the 1s, 2s, and 3s. If this is a 6, these two have to be 10. They can't be 9, 1. They can't be 8, 2. They can't be 7, 3. And we just put a 6 here, so they can't be 4, 6. So this is 1. That means this is 1. Now we know that these two add to 15. This can't be a 4 or a 5. And this is just a 7, 8 pair then. If this is 7, 8, these two have to add to 15. 8, 7 is the only way. This is not 7 or 8. Okay. Now we actually know what these all are, and they should add to 24. 4, 5, 6, and 9. 10, 15, 24. Sure enough. Okay. Good, good, good. What else can we do? Again, we still have the same math issue here. We're not going to figure that out until we get more info down here. The 1s and 2s are now done. I don't know that that affects us any further with the 3s. Or does it? This can't be a 3. Because we had to put a 3 on the 18 clue. So one of these two is. This isn't. None of those can be. None of these can be. This one actually can't be a 3 because it'll see all of these. So one of these two is, so that one isn't. Okay. Well, that really just gives us a bunch of X-wings, but we now know there's a 3 there and there's a 3 in one of these. Okay. 3s, 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 etc., etc. Oh, this 3 here says this one is not. This is. So let's just put that one in. Now we're down to the X-wings. Okay. Cool. Can we do anything with this 18 clue? We know there's 6 currently on it. 1, 2, and 3. Which means there will be 12 left over wherever they happen to go to. Maybe there's enough restriction down here to work those out. Because this guy here has to have a 3 on it. Now, it can't have 7 or 8. And it can't have a 9 on it either, actually. Because if we were to put a 9 on here, it would be 1, 2, 3, and 9. That's 15. This would have to be another 3. So this actually is just from 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, no 7 or 8. And 6. No, this can't have a 6 either. Because again, we're saying that the remaining 2 had to add to 12. So if we were to put a 6 on here, this is 9, 10, 11, 12. This would be another 6. So this is actually a 3, 4, 5 triple. So this is not 4 or 5. 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. This is 6 or 9, and there's a 6 here. 9, 6. Okay. That's a 4, 5, 9. That's working. This says this can't be a 6. What's the options left over, though? So we know we have 6 already. We need 12. It's either a 4 that goes with an 8 or a 5 that goes with the 7. That gives us a 7, 8 pair. Do we jump into these guys? They are going to be 4, 5, 6, and 9. 4, 5, 6, 9. This can't be 5 or 4. So that's just a 6, 9 pair. This is not. This is a 4-5 pair. The 4 and the 5 doesn't see any of those. The 6-9 though says this is not a 9. Okay. This can't be a 6. It sees both of these by Sudoku and Knight. This is 9. This is 6. This is 7. This is 6. That forces this to be an 8 and this to be a 9. What are these two? 4 and 7? Okay. None of the 4s or 7s sees either of those that I can see. Okay. Where do we go next? Again, 1s and 2s are done. Do we go back into our Sudoku? I don't know that we got well, maybe we got some more dids we can work with. 5s. Don't see anything there. 6s. Where does a 6 go in this region? It goes here. Okay. One of those 3. Here. It's another 6. One of these 2. 3. Do we have X-wings or something? Yeah, one of these is. Actually, this one can't be, because it would see both of those options. So it's well, that's actually helpful, right? Because we know one of these is going to be a 6, whether it be in that orientation or that orientation. So now we know we have a 2, a 3, and a 6. Well, that's 11. There has to be an 8 to go on these. If there's an 8 on here, this is 5 and 8, and that forces this to be 9. So these are 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, and 8 plus the 2 is 19. This is not 6. Okay. Boop-a-doop. This can't be a 3, because one of those 2 is. Okay, what else then? We're getting pretty close here, it looks like. This is 4, 7, or 8 because of the column, and it can't be 4. So it's 7 and 8, which means this is 4 and 7. We get a 7, 8 pair here. What are these guys? 4, 5, and 9? We know one of them will be a 9. This can't be 5. Is there any other constraints like that? 4, 5, and 9. Don't see any. Okay. Maybe we're just to the point where we just have to follow Sudoku. 1s are done. 2s are done. 3s are in X-Wing. 4s. One of those 2. One of these 3 and one of these 3. 5s, no, I don't think so. 6s, we said they were an X-Wing. Oh, the 8 here sees the 7. There we go. 7, 8, 7, 8. These now add to 8, so this is 5. This is a 3, 4 pair. This is 9. This is 5. This is 4. Okay. Let's keep going. Getting somewhere. What do we end up on? It's one of those 2. One of those 2. Yeah, not quite seeing them. One of those. one of these two is a 7, which at least removes this as an option. So one of these two is. This one here is just the 7. Then we get this X-wing on 7s, because one of these two is a 7 as well, which means this one isn't, because these guys see into here. So this is 7. But we still have that X-wing left over. All right, let's go down the line. This 8 says this is 6. This is not 6. Go away. So this is a 3. Oh, the 6 here now says this is 6, which says this is 7 and 7. Good. We've got those. Did that open anything up going this way? Not necessarily. Okay. Let's jump into some Sudoku. I think we're as far as we... Oh no, we can do more on the 8s. Sorry, this is 8. Oh, come on, stop it. 8. Not 7. None of the... Okay, we can keep on keeping on. This is 8. That forces 3 and 8. And 4 and 3. That 4 says this is 4 and 5. That guy, I thought we had him done. We don't. What are these two? 4 and 8. That can't be 8, so it's 4. Okay, this is a given 5. These are 3 and 9. That one can't be 9. 3, 9. That finishes the 3, the 4, the 9. These two are 5 and 9. So this one is the 9. This is the 5. 5, thank you very much. This is 4, and this is 5. There we go. We solved the puzzle. Solution is correct. 500 sum solves in only 4.5 days, so yeah, good puzzle. Not meant to be too difficult, but had a lot of good interpretations that you had to kind of make with some of this. We definitely got into the math, which is not something I always get into very quickly, but we did today, so that's good. But overall, great puzzle, and I did love the aesthetic of it, the creation of this castle keep, the front of the keep here, so cool. Well, that was a fun one. Hope you all enjoyed as much as I did, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Thanks.